Hey, what's up, guys? It's James with This Week in Airsoft. I'm coming to you from the Ohio project, Operation Lion Claws Milsim simulation series, blah, 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 in Ohio at the Randalltown Mall. The mall is all around us. Probably get interrupted here a dozen times, but I'm just going to keep talking. So far, great op. This is the midday iteration, so the after 12 iteration before the night game. I think we've got about an hour to go of the game left before they get into the night game. Hard place to play. Honestly, a lot of fun. You know, I would say this place isn't going to be around after this game. I think they're tearing it down on Monday, unfortunately. But great place to play. I've had nothing but a ball here. I've played more Airsoft today than I've felt like playing at any op I've ever been to. Even Scranton's a lot of fun, the Lace Factory, but the Lace Factory is huge, and you do tons of walking before you ever get into any contact. And you can easily get lost there for hours. This place is more linear. It makes more sense to, like, a person in my generation's brain. It's a mall, you know what I mean? It has upstairs, downstairs, back hallways, and they all go into certain places. There's a movie theater, you know. Sorry I spit, it's disgusting. There's a movie theater, you know, it's honestly an amazing mall. It's huge, you know, very epic. So let's see, the best thing I can say is everyone's been really cool, okay? That said, now it's time for me to rant, okay? I know you guys love when I go on like a nice long, drawn out rant where I ramble on for hours, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, first things first. The staff here is excellent. There's tons of staff. Greg Brothers is running this op for John Liu. He's done an amazing job. It's absolutely amazing. The op's great. The team play aspect is good. You know, the guys are playing here. They're good. Strategy, not great. You know, I can't think of how many Airsoft games I've been to, and this is probably the biggest problem in this thing. I can't think of how many Airsoft games I've been to, and one of the major problems that they have is blue on blue, which is friendly fire. Okay, I talked to some tan guys, which I don't. I do occasionally at other ops, but I normally do it after the op. But I talked to some tan guys; they having the same problem. You know, blue on blue like freaking crazy. Okay, this place is dark. Most guys don't have nods, so I get it. You know, guys are like, okay, you know, they can't see you, whatever. So we have call, I forgot what the term is. Someone correct me in the comments. They have call signs and counter call signs, okay? So one of the call signs might be, you know, like ours, for instance. Let's say it's North Dakota, and the counter call is South Dakota, okay? The CO announces it at the meeting. Everyone knows, okay? Okay, when it's just us, he announces it. Okay? Now, during that meeting, people are fucking talking. Excuse my language. People are talking, not paying attention to him, not listening. That information he's giving out is pertinent. You know what I mean? You have to know it. Okay? That's like one thing that's going to like save you, make you have a good time here. All right? So many times, countless times, more than 15 times in the last 6 hours of gameplay, I've been in a situation where we're taking fire. We're standing somewhere, looking for the enemy. And we start taking fire, and it's green. It's like it's the camouflage team, the Russian team, the rebel team, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Every single freaking time. Other times we're coming down a dark hallway. It's dark on both sides, so you got flashlights. But if you flash your light in someone's eye, they can't see you, so they freak out. If they flash their light in your eye, you do the same thing. You can't see them, so you freak out. So when that happens to me, when I get my people flash in my face, I lean out and I say, North Dakota. And what do they say? Nothing. Okay? Silence. North Dakota, North Dakota, North Dakota. I shouldn't even give them more than one chance. Okay? But I say, North Dakota. So I said, all right, fine. I don't just say it and then stop shooting, because I know airsofters, unfortunately, are stupid, you know, and they don't listen. You know, for every person who listens and has fair play and everything like that, there's a bunch of people who don't listen. You know, they don't pay attention to what's going on, and then they get there, they're the point man, and they're like, oh, I see something down there, I'm just going to shoot at it, you know? If you're in a place where tan might be behind you or in front of you, obviously you have to be, you know, you have to have good situational awareness. You got to use your brain and logic, you know? If we start out in room 1, and our team goes back behind the walls, and we're walking to room 3, and we know tan probably started at room 58, the likelihood of tan coming up behind us at room 3 is very low, and in front of us is very low. It still could happen, but it's very low. So what should happen in that situation? You should use your brain and shout the call sign first. But no, they don't use their brain. They start shooting or whatever, you know? Even though they got a flashlight on you and they have to be able to see the camo, but let's assume they're idiots or they're blind, or colorblind, they can't see, whatever, fine, you know? Here's the other thing, okay? Flashlight consciousness. I forgot what the term is. But, dude, when you use a flashlight, if you see like 7 guys with nods in front of you, and they know you're following them, I mean, they have to know you're following them. But if they know you're following them and it's a pitch black corner, just grab on one of their backpacks and say, I'm behind you. I don't have nods. Okay? And they'll lead you through, for the most part, unless they're dickheads. Okay? It's possible they could be dickheads. In that case, you know, and you just don't go with them. But every guy I've run into like that, I've run into a lot of groups like that and gotten some amazing fur balls and had a ball, okay? Because I rolled with those guys. I just folded in with their group, you know? I grabbed one of their backpacks and said, hey, I'm rolling with you. And of course, there's freaking banana heads behind us with their flashlights, flashing their flashlights everywhere. That does a couple things. Number 1, it's annoying to guys with nods. Number 2, it negates stealth. Okay? Number 3, you're silhouetting everyone in front of you. So way down the hallway, those guys who were like, the tan guys who were there like unsuspectingly with their back to the door, with their back to your direction, because they're airsofters and they don't put rear security up, for Christ's sake, with their back to the door, they're going to sit there, and now they're going to see someone's coming up behind them because you just silhouetted like 15 guys. You know? So you have to either say, I'm not going to go because I can't, I'm scared of the dark or whatever, or I don't want to deal with walking in pitch black, which I can totally understand. It's dangerous as hell. Or you have to use some flashlight respect. You know what I mean? You can't just go flash your light everywhere. You know? I had guys across the place from me, silhouetting me and all the other guys while we're trying to sneak through. It doesn't make any sense. Use your brain. You know? You know, also, flashlights blow your night vision. We have a God-given gift of some basic natural night vision, okay? Very basic, but some basic natural night vision. So we can, like, if you stand in a dark room, and anyone who goes to an op with me, I don't have nods. So when I go to a night op, I go and stand in the darkest corner for like 5 minutes, okay, to let my eyes adjust. By then, all the ambient light around, moonlight, light from a guy with his flashlight, you know, on the other side of the room, not facing me, lights from BBs or whatever. That's kind of weird. That sounds weird. Forget I said that. Not lights from BBs. But, you know, whatever ambient lights around can help you. You know, take your time, walk slowly. You know, if you have to turn your flashlight and turn it on, but, you know, use your best judgment. You know yourself better than anybody else. But that said, man, you know, we got to use our common sense. You know, we have natural night vision to some degree. You can use it. It works. You know, you don't have to turn a flashlight on, but, oh, you know, here I am, come and shoot at me. Then you force a situation like the one I just told you guys about, where the guys are like, North Dakota, South Dakota, oh, you're on our team. Well, too bad I killed the 3 of you. You know, that happens so many times to me, man. Here's the last and final point, and I'm probably running out of tape. I'm sorry, guys. Here's the last and final point, okay? And I said this before, but this is the core of this one. Situational awareness. Know what's around you, okay? Know what's around you. Remember the locations. Ask other guys. If you see guys, don't ask dead guys. Dead guys can't talk because they're, what? Dead. Okay? But ask live guys, okay? Don't be afraid to be like, hey, what's going on? What's the situation? I always do that because I don't know. I'm almost always solo with these ops. So I always ask. Just ask. It's okay. Ask them, say, oh, what's going on? Where's the enemy at? They'll say, oh, it's over there, we think, whatever. So many times I've gotten led to good firefights doing that today. And other times I've got led to other green team members who were shooting at the other guys who were green because they weren't paying attention. Okay? Both of those scenarios happen. Sorry, I'm going to spit again. It's filthy and disgusting. I'm sorry. So that happens all the time. Happened all the time this op. So the other thing is, if you're with your team and you guys are, in a firefight with some guys, and you get fed up, don't leave. You're here to kill the other team, basically, or at least keep a guy there and say, keep half your team there and split the other guys off to wipe those guys out. Why would you leave? I don't know how many freaking things I walked into alone. I'll tell you right now, right when I came out here, the thing that made me get on this rant, I walked outside. I was in a dark tunnel, pitch black, alone, okay? I had been led to I was led to where I was because there was guys here were shooting across the thoroughfare, and I was here, and I said, what are you shooting at? They said, there's tan guys, there's two tan guys over there. I was like, oh, okay. So they're just standing around in here. Whatever, fine. Airsofters do that all the time. I know. So they're just standing around, whatever. So I ran across this thing. Mind you guys, I'm as ragtag as they come. No nods, no helmet to this weekend, okay? My ghetto chest rig, which I love, okay? Ragtag, my Home Depot knee pads. All right, anyway, I run across the thing. I go into another store. I sit there, I'm like, Then another guy follows me, who followed me back from the theater. Nice guy. So he's behind me. He doubles around the other side, and I don't see him again after that. I think he probably either ran into something. I don't know what happened to him, or he was on mission, so he probably had to go back to his mission. Anyway, so I work my way back into the tunnels back there, and I don't see anybody. I go down the tunnel, pitch black. I see some lights where someone is silhouetting someone else because they're not paying attention to their environment, not thinking enemies around. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the back of the room where the guys here were saying, we're taking fire from there. So I'm back behind that room. There's no one in the room, and they're still shooting in the room. I look out there, I'm like, North Dakota. They're like, oh, okay. I was like, where are the guys? Oh, they were there. Nobody's in the room. So I said, okay, well, whatever. Guys don't necessarily pay attention. No big deal. So I continue down the hall. I come around the corner. There's another short hallway, maybe 50 feet, 20 feet, not too long. Go down the hallway. I get down to the end of the hallway, and I see a door starting to open, and some guys are like, ready? And I hear them, ready? 1, 2. I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm out here alone, and there's a fleet of tan about to come rushing through that door. They open the door, and I stick my head out like this, and I'm like, and I start taking shots. So I shot back, okay? I shot back. As I'm shooting back, I'm like, North Dakota. They're like, South Dakota. I was like, why the... Okay, whatever. No big deal. I didn't kill anybody. They didn't kill anybody. Okay, great. So, if someone shoots you, return fire. That's that. Anyway, so they come out, and the door they're at is like here, and then there's a short corner here, and a blind walkway here, back here. So they've been all in this area, and I have a suspicion that they were the guys who were shooting at the other green guys who were here talking about, we're taking fire from here. I think it was those green guys, okay? I'm pretty sure it was them. I said, were you guys in that room? Yeah, we were in that room. Were you guys shooting at green across the hall? No, it wasn't us. I was like, okay, so they were the ones. Either they were taking fire and they boogied out because they realized it was green, or they were exchanging fire back and forth. I don't know what happened. So, sorry, disgusting, I know it. So, anyway, I told these guys, I said, okay, I'm explaining to them what happened. I said, what's in that room you're coming out of? Because you guys are shooting. I said, is there enemy contact in there? Because I want to get into some fights. That's what I came here to do. So the guy says, yeah, there's some guys in here, but we're out. I was like, why are you leaving? Man, we've had enough. And they left. They started walking down the hallway. They walked past, when they left the door that they were in, they walked past that short hallway I told you about that was like right here. They walked past that short hallway, and it was like all of them. They're loud, rowdy. Of course, here's the thing, okay? I noticed something, and I do this too. I'm not alone. I'm not accusing all airsofters of this. I know there's a lot of guys out there who are really legit with their tactics. I do this too. I'm very guilty of this. But situational awareness, okay? When you come into an area, even though you know it, if you didn't have security there, it's an unknown area again. Even within 5 minute span, especially in a short area like this, because there's all kind of hidey holes. Guys can run up on from behind you anytime. You've got to always have your head on a swivel, man. You always got to be looking around, seeing what's going on, everything. You know, you cannot be like, you can't do that here. It's just too volatile in an area. So we come out. I mean, they come out and they leave. They go down the hallway. So I said, okay, I'm just gonna go down this hallway, this short hallway, and see what I see down here. So I have my flashlight and I'm solo. These guys are down the hall. As soon as I get around the corner, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Op 4 sticking their head out, and they shoot me. And I'm like, I had run into the Op 4 before. They're really cool guys, nice guys. Watch out for E-Rock. He's deadly. So, hey, see you later, guys. so I'm sitting there, I'm dead, and I'm like, medic, 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 and I yell at the guys walking away. And they're like, they turn around and they're like, holy shit, there are guys down there. That was the impression I got. And so they start to creep back because I'm yelling at them, medic, medic, medic. That's another thing. When someone says medic and you can help them, help them. Okay? I'm sorry, guys. This is going to be a long video. I'm going to explain that feature to you in a second. So anyway, we're sitting there. These guys, they all get chewed up in the hallway, in the long hallway. They get chewed up by the Op 4. The Op 4 all gets taken out too. They get taken out. They get taken down to one guy, and the Op 4 was like, okay, we're going to call it. We're going to go back and respawn. You know, because they're staff. So they're like, whatever. You know, they said, everybody you bled out, leave. So we all left. Very frustrating situation right there. Here's the other thing, okay? When you come to an airsoft game, come to play. Don't be scared. Okay? I ran into so many guys who were scared. Okay? I'm standing somewhere. I got shot. Okay? And guys, I get shot all the time. I get chewed up all the time, man. Because a couple reasons. Number one, the few guys I do know here are, you know, getting to the meat grinder guys. And for me, I come to get in the action. I hate getting shot. It sucks. But I want to get in the meat grinder too, man. I want to trade some rounds. That's what I come to airsoft for. Not to sit back and look cool in my gear. You know what I mean? I look like a raggedy hobo this weekend. I don't care. I came to freaking shoot, man. You know, I came to run these mags dry. Anyway, tactically, Anyway, so I'm sitting there, you know, and I'm like, hey, dude, can you medic me? He said, oh, no, man, if I come medic you, then they'll shoot me, too. He wasn't going to get shot, but he had no situational awareness. He wasn't paying attention or looking around and knowing where the shot came from, okay? Here, in this particular game, they have some very innovative medic rules, which is cool. You have either gauze bandages or these things, and you can get medicked. You can get medic twice with these. Okay, you just wrap it around. So you have two of these in your pocket. Okay, and if a guy shoots you, if you get shot, then your buddy can come and he can medic you with these. If you get shot more than 2 times, then a real medic has to come and he can medic you, either until he's out of bandages or whatever. You know, if you bleed out after the second time you're shot and no real medics come, then you respawn. Okay? If you bleed out the first time you're shot, you can heal yourself. But you gotta wait 5 minutes. If you bleed out the second time, you can heal yourself, but you gotta wait 5 minutes. That's at least how I know the rules right now. And we all know in airsoft games the rules change constantly because everyone has. I didn't hear this from the staff. I heard this from other people around here. You know what I mean? That's how I interpreted the rules. I might be wrong. I might be cheating this weekend. I have no idea. But that's how other people have been doing it. That's how I've been doing it. Last time, I promise. So then another time, the same guy's around me. Okay, and he just walked in. Another time, the same freaking guy's around me. And again, you know, I get shot. And there's 2 guys this time. I get shot. They're like dumbfounded. They have no clue what to do. They're not in range of getting shot. But what do? They're on the other end hiding. You know? When I see guys in front of me shot, dude, I go to town. Okay? It's just airsoft. Just go grab them and take them over there. Okay? Keep the game flow going. Just go grab the guy and take him over. Now obviously, if it's tactically unsound, don't do it. If it's like a suicide mission, there's no reason to do it. If they're in the middle of a football field and you got enemies all around, there's no reason to run across the football field to kind of try to grab this guy and drag him somewhere safe to medic him. That's stupid. That was not the case in these situations, and in a place like this, it's never the case. There's almost always the ability with covering fire or team tactics to grab somebody and medic them and get another man back in the fight. So this is one of those stupid things that I'm like, I don't know why guys do this. And I'll admit, I used to be that way. I used to go to airsoft games and be freaking scared and be like, oh, I don't want to get shot. My first couple games, I was like that, you know? But now, dude, I'll admit, I'll tell you something. Colonel Longrear, one of the guys who used to be CEO of what's called the John Lewis Ops, he told me, and I think I've said this many times in many interviews, he said, look, it's only a game. Just go get shot. And he ran around the corner with like a 1911 in each hand and got freaking chewed up. He got chopped up, you know, and he was laughing the whole time. Okay, now he's a Ranger Hall of Famer, Battle of Long Bay survivor, amazing beast. But we all can't be like him, you know, but still, it's just airsoft. You know, this place, the respawn is close. It's a mall. You can just walk back to the end of the mall, respawning, get back in the fight. And there's all these cubby holes. You're never going to be, there's no times when you know, I'll tell you one thing. Greg Brothers has found an efficient way to eliminate the ability for people to have, like, get their spawn camped by one team or another. It just can't happen here because there's too many ways out. So that's it. That's my rant for the night, for the day, guys. All right, I've had a good time. This op's been great. This is James with This Week in Airsoft, and I'm out. Okay, man. That's the man with the plan. He ran this whole op. This is all his baby. Him and the rest of the team from Operation Lion Claws Milsim have put a great facility, great op together, great game dynamics, all new mechanics, wonderful. I mean, just amazing. Kind of taken, I would say, old to new. I feel like this is like Operation Lion Claws 2014, 2015, you know, offering new competition.